Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. I have to do that every so often because I keep getting requests from new subscribers who haven't heard one of the gongs. I have about 30 of them that I can alternate. And, once I get everything settled in here in the next year or two, we'll begin finding ways to display and play with more of them. Although if you've seen some of my earlier videos, you've already had the opportunity to engage with some of the other tam-tams and gong things that I have hanging around. But we're here with random reviews from the Overflow room in our continued reverse alphabetical filing. We're still in the S's. We probably will be for the next several years. I'm looking at boxes and boxes of S's. Pardon me. There they are, you see. Boxes of S's. Lots and lots of S's in these bins. But we're still working on Leopold Stokowski. This is the last of the 3 Stokowski videos, however. And we have, let's see, here we are. Here's the pile of Stokowski. We'll get through it quicker than you may think, though, because one of these things is a clump. And so we'll consider it rather quickly. But let's start with this. I just talked about this recording. This is the recording that has the Frank Martin, or Frank Martin, whatever you want to call him, Petite Symphony Concertante, the ultimate recording of that. And it's coupled with the Matthias der Mahler Symphony and Ernst Toch's Third with William Steinberg in Pittsburgh, hideously remastered on EMI's Matrix series. The other things were just about unlistenable, but the Frank Martin was fantastic. Oh my, but we did it already as if I could choose only one recording by Artist X, it would have to be Work Y, and Artist X was Stokowski, and Work Y was the Petite Symphony Concertante, and this is the extra copy I always kept around because I never knew if it would ever be available again. Then, of course, it showed up in the Stokowski icon box. So that's that. Then we get Stokowski Showcase with the National Philharmonic, also on EMI. This is one of those wonderful collections of just everything under the sun. You get Beethoven's Leonore Overture No. 3, Mozart's Don Giovanni Overture, Schubert's Rosamunde, Tchaikovsky's Solitude, arranged by Stokowski, Stars and Stripes Forever by Sousa, arranged by Stokowski, España, the Danse Macabre, Berlioz's Roman Carnival Overture, Ippolitov Ivanov's Procession of the Sardar from Caucasian Sketches, and Rossini's William Tell Overture, all on one convenient CD. What's not to love, right? That stuff is great. Then we've got, let's see, this BBC thing with Shostakovich 5 and Vaughan Williams 8. This is interesting, of course, for the Vaughan Williams. They were recorded in 1964, both of them in the Royal Albert Hall, the most horrible acoustic in the universe. So, even Stokowski couldn't do much about that. But, hey, we have it. Then, of course, music for strings. And what music for strings? You've got Purcell, Bach, Handel, Gluck, Boccherini, Paganini, Borodin, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Joaquin Turina, the Oración del Torero. Oh, it's wonderfully gorgeous and incredibly slow in this performance, 11 minutes. And Theodore Berger's Rondino Giacoso to wrap it all up. You find things on these discs that you won't find from any other conductor or person or human being on the planet. It's amazing. Then we have this. Now this is the RCA box. This was Stokowski's stereo RCA recordings, and it was boxed up and reissued, but these were the individual ones. It came in a larger cardboard sleeve at one point, which I threw away. But here they all are, and it's just worth going through them very quickly. You've got Wagner, volumes 1 and 2. Some of these were better in Stokowski's earlier recordings, of course, but some of these were amazing. They really were. The Wagner is always wonderful, and here you get the Tannhäuser Overture and Venusberg music, which is great to have, especially the way Stokowski diddles it. Then we've got Inspiration. This is one of those, sacred music thingies, along with the Handel water music, thank God, something interesting. Prokofiev, Romeo and Juliet selections. Menotti Sebastian's Suite with members of the NBC Symphony in 1954, but still a really pretty wonderful stereo. It's just terrific. So let's go there. Then we have the Shostakovich 6, Age of Gold Suite, and Khachaturian 3 with Chicago. Oh, this is a great record. It's a great Shostakovich 6. The Khachaturian is the screechiest, noisiest, most vulgar piece of music after Khachaturian Symphony No. 2. Wow. And so much fun. Dvorak's New World Symphony. Oh, this is demented. This has the quiet tam-tam and the coda of the finale and the trumpet trills and the coda of the first movement and all kinds of little adjustments and accoutrements. Just totally hilarious. And Beethoven, Eroica, and Coriolan Overture, Brahms Academic Festival. This is a first-rate Eroica. It's amazing. And there's a little chat with Stokowski afterwards. He speaks to the orchestra for a minute, telling them that they did something noble and profound and sublime. And actually, they sort of did. It's kind of amazing. And he was like, 300 years old when he did it, which is even more amazing. Then Bach transcriptions and Handel fireworks music. Yay! Yeah, you got to have Bach transcriptions. Although his ones with the Czech Philharmonic are sort of like the most famous. Then we've got this sort of demented Mahler 2, which I kind of liked. It was my impression, the one I first heard, that I didn't realize at that point, like how reorchestrated and wrong it was in so many ways. But, it has its moments. It really, the horns on the last chord, things that just no one else does. And this Brahms 4, which is absolutely one of the great ones. It's amazing. It's very fast and very exciting and completely straight and just thrilling. Tchaikovsky, Pathetique, and Enescu, Romanian Rhapsody No. 1. And the Liszt, Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2. Oh, these are weird. These are all weird. He just messes with the music like unconscionably, which is what makes it so much fun to listen to, frankly. So let me just see if I can put these in here. Okay, they go there. And the final Bach Toccata and Fugue. This is a disc of rehearsals and sessions, which is really fun. You've got rehearsals of Beethoven's Pastoral, Wagner's Rienzi, Overture with an alternative ending, the Bach Toccata and Fugue in D minor, and the rehearsal, Mahler 2, rehearsal excerpts, all kinds of fun little googies. This is like worth the price of admission. Scheherazade and Russian Easter Overture. This is weird. Stokowski's Phase 4 Scheherazade is the one to get. This one sounds just not as interesting, and it's not as well recorded, and it's just not as gushy and glitzy. And the Russian Easter Overture, for some reason, he never quite got that. He made cuts to it at the end, and there's Finster. It always kind of annoyed me. So what can I tell you? And then this famous one, Cantaloupe, Songs of the Auvergne, Bachianis Brasileiros No. 5, with Villalobos, Rachmaninoff vocalies, with Anna Moffo. This is just one of the most famous sort of vocal Stokowski recordings ever. It's the last word in sensual yumminess, and Anna Moffo was in fabulous voice back then, and it was just great. So let me put these away. Let me see. Oh, they'll fit. Yeah, they're gonna. Got it. You know how you do this. You have to like jiggle them around, and yeah, that should work. I don't understand why. You have to. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Now we're good. So that's Stokowski for that piece of Stokowski. At the end of Stokowski, these little, hello, Finster. How you doing? Hey. It's okay. Come here. Okay, Stokowski. Go ahead. There you go. I know. This was the Great Conductors of the 20th Century series. And you get the Sibelius 1, Nielsen 2, Percy Granger, Handel the Strand, Country Gardens, Shepherds, hey! Yes. Dukas, La Peri Fanfare, Brahms Tragic Overture, Hungarian Rhapsody No. 1 by Liszt, the Torina L'Oracion del Torero, Escale by Ibert, Tristan and Isolde, Love Music. That's a Stokowski synthesis thing from Act 2. And Glière, the Russian Sailor's Dance from the Red Poppy. Oh, all kinds of stuff on here. It's really fun. And this is the Rhapsodies album. All of these things are on that other disc. The Dvorak New World also had all this Smetana stuff, which is now here. The Moldau and the Barter Bride Overture, and here's the Tannhäuser and Tristan stuff from the Wagner disc, and the Enescu and the Liszt, and they, just reissued it, that way. And then 4 discs of the Stokowski transcriptions and encores and other goodies that was done on Chandos with Matthias Bammert and the BBC Philharmonic. You've got A Night on the Bear Mountain and Boris Godunov's symphonic synthesis and the Entr'acte, Act 4 of Kovanshchina and Pictures in an Exhibition, and then you've got his Bach, and then you've got his Wagner arrangements, Wotan's Farewell and Magic Fire Music, and the Tristan and Isolde synthesis, the Parsifal synthesis from Act 3, and then encores. This is wonderful stuff. It really is. It's lovely and fun to listen to. And it goes back here in another shelf. Oh, God, there's nothing more exciting than starting a new shelf. And that, my friends, is Leopold Stokowski, one of the most amazing conductorial podium voices and personalities of the 20th century. Just amazing. And so, he's just so collectible. And I've enjoyed collecting it tremendously over the years. And this is just the stuff down here. I've got like his early stuff, his 78s, all those Pearl recordings with the Philadelphia Orchestra, with all of his Wagner stuff and whatnot. All of that is still, it's not even in the Overflow room. It's in the Overflow room in Connecticut, so in Milford. So I have to go back and find it and get it. And maybe we'll talk about it separately outside of this series as just, important or interesting historical stuff. But keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.